Hey folks, welcome to stage one of our latest roof job in Melbourne. The client had a few key requests. In this first stage, I'm up on the roof, spotting all the problem areas. Stick around as we show you each step, making sure the job's done right from the get-go. Let's get to it. We've got a switch here. No idea, never seen a switch like this either, but no idea what it does. If we can work out what that does, at the moment we're going to need to disconnect it, so if we're going to reinstall it, let us know. We're going to be replacing the cladding on here. We're also looking at this power point here. I don't think it's the best position. It's got water constantly flowing onto it. If we can work that out and just run maybe a conduit along here and put a switch here if that's what's going to stay. This is the lower balcony here. We pulled a few of the boards up from the end here because we wanted to have a look at how we were going to get a overflow system out the wall here. When we pulled the first bit up, we found a lot of board here that's rotted. That's concerning to me. I don't like the idea of outdoor decks unless there is stumps into the ground. This one here is basically water going straight through and going down, and you can see this here that it's holding water through all those spots onto a metal cladding below. You could put 5 people out here, up to half a ton. I don't know if this structurally is really safe. You can see along here all the water damage that is starting to happen to this timber. That in the future, if it continues to rot through, will weaken this structure even more. When I look at the side of this timber, I can see all the damage, water damage to it that's happening. Even though it's got this plastic over the top, I think a better product would be something like a colour bond that has fall off it. But even then, we're going to have a bit of a discussion about this tomorrow and work out if it's safe, if it needs anything done with it, how we would do it, and have a chat with the customer about options. It is covered by a roof, so it's not going to see a hell of a lot, but it's not about that. It's about in 5-10 years, this starts rotting through. Someone is out here, a large group, and it drops. That is a 2-story drop, and you can guarantee there's going to be injuries or death. We're looking below the balcony here now. This is the balcony, that's a box gutter. This is the roof we looked at. I'm seeing that it has blanket insulation. That will need to be replaced. Once it gets water into it, it starts growing mold and will need to be replaced. Now, this has no overflows in the box gutter. That's one of the first issues I saw here. And if we look at this structural beam here that is taking the weight of this wall, it's sitting on top of a piece of merch, a noggin, that has had the majority of it cut out and only that left. It's starting to crack. I can see that it's dropped. You can see there. And the box gutter will be affected by that, and so will the structural part of it too. One thing at a time. This looks like a terrible setup. It's a gutter running into a rain head, running into 2 of these into one pipe. I don't know what the purpose of this is. If you put 2 pipes like that running into the same size pipe down here, how does it make it a higher flow? I do agree with rain heads, but there's no overflow to it. So there's issues up there as well that we'll need to get up and have a look at. Again, this deck can be pulled up, so I'd love to have a look under here. Boys are out here pulling the deck up at the moment. We really want to have a good look at this for the meeting tomorrow to be able to understand what's happened, why it's leaked, what options we have here, and how we're going to offer those options and do them to meet compliance. I don't know what people are thinking here. I'm not even sure what this sheet is. It looks like a floor protection. My idea was that this was just going to be a waterproof cement sheet all the way down there into a box gutter. Looking at this, it's got all this stuff here. It's going to stop water from running. It's going to hold water underneath it, which means that it's constantly going to be rotting out and deteriorating. Here you can see just how badly those floorboards are rotted from water damage. The felt membrane failed, letting water seep through and cause this mess. We're replacing all the damaged parts and we'll lay new flooring down after waterproofing. This pipe will be coming out now through to the ground. That will be our overflow. Carpenters will be able to replace this flooring on Monday, starting to looking at tiling very shortly behind it. Over here we can see the setup we now have a sump installed with an overflow. One of the main concerns from this place when we originally looked at it. Boys are building a nib wall out from here to in line with to cover that pipe work and up to there so that this can be covered, plastered up and painted. Should have everything super watertight, hopefully by the end of next week. Okay, so we've made great progress with stage 1 repairs. The damaged floorboards are replaced and the new waterproofing is almost done and we're nearly finished with this stage. Stay tuned for stage 2 where we'll tackle the next set of challenges. Thanks for watching.